What if I told you your church's social media might actually be confusing people instead of helping them? Not because you're doing nothing, but because a few small digital mistakes can actually make a big difference. Today I'm going to walk you through the 10 biggest problems with church social media and how to fix them. Let's jump right in. Number one is not having a consistent profile photo. A lot of churches switch their profile photo all the time. You might use logos, building pictures, event graphics, or even seasonal designs, but you need to stop. It only creates confusion, especially for somebody trying to find you online. Your profile photo is your digital front door. If it keeps changing over and over again, people won't be able to recognize you. So keep it simple, keep it consistent. Most of the time that just means use your logo. And don't change it unless you're rebranding. Okay, number two, not utilizing your bio space. So many churches' bios say things like, "Welcome to our church," but that doesn't really help anybody. Your bio should clearly answer who you are, what it's for, who it's for, and then when to attend. And ultimately, why you should come to church this Sunday. So use this bio space well, include things like your service time, your location, and have just a clear next step, like a plan your visit form. Number three is having no clear strategy for pin posts. A lot of churches either don't use pin posts at all, or they leave the same outdated ones up for months. Think of pin posts like your social media homepage. When someone lands on your profile, this is the first thing that they're gonna see. Your post should be something like, "Are you new here? Well, you can start here at this post." Or a big upcoming event, or even the vision and the heartbeat behind your church. One of my favorites is a get to know the pastor video, and just make sure that you rotate these pin posts regularly so that they're always fresh and up to date, so that you're always thinking like a first-time visitor when you come on to your social media page. Number four is lack of brand consistency. If your fonts and colors and tones and just your overall graphics are all over the place, your church starts to feel really disorganized and also all over the place. So whether we like it or not, that can affect trust. And consistency will build familiarity, and familiarity can build credibility. So you don't need anything complicated, just create a simple brand guide. This can be a few colors, maybe a couple of fonts, a clear voice, and then just stick to it. All right, number five is no content planning. A lot of churches will just post on the fly whenever they remember, or when just something really urgent comes up. And what that does is it leads to inconsistency and ultimately burnout. So instead of being intentional, communication can then become reactive. So we recognize building out your content plan a month in advance with some exceptions. So this can be if there's a weather update or if a service time needed to change last minute, but just build around simple rhythms like Sunday recaps, maybe midweek encouragements, or event promotions. This doesn't have to be complex, it just needs to be consistent. All right, number six is overpromotion and undervalue. This is one of the biggest problems we see. If your feed ends up just being announcement, sign up, event graphics, people are gonna tune out because nobody follows a social media page just to be advertised to. You have to actually bring people value. Think things like encouragement, think scripture, think real life stories. We like to follow a rule called the 80-20 rule, which is 80% value and 20% promotion. All right, number seven is not showcasing real people and real stories. A lot of church accounts can start to feel like a bulletin board where it's just information everywhere, but no actual people, no testimonies, no behind the scenes, and no faces. But here's the truth, is people connect with actual people, not just information. So make sure you show things like stories of life change, maybe some volunteers, baptism, just real moments that are happening within your church, and this is what's gonna make your church feel alive. All right, number eight is poor quality or just outdated visuals. This can be things like blurry photos, cluttered graphics, outdated designs. It may not seem like a big deal at first, but your first impression really matters, especially for somebody thinking about visiting your church for the first time. So you don't need a full production team, just focus on things that are clean and simple and clear. So some good tips, maybe good lighting, good framing, and just modern, uncluttered visuals. All right, number 9 is ignoring engagement. This one can be super easy to miss. People will comment, they'll message, they'll interact on your socials, and no one responds. Well, then at that point, social media isn't really social anymore. It's just you broadcasting. So make sure you take the time to respond to comments, reply to messages, and even ask questions in your captions. Just always remember to make it a conversation and bring back the social to social media. All right, number 10, and this might be the biggest one, is having no clear next step. So somebody could be super interested in your church, but they could have no idea what to do next, or maybe no direction. And so every piece of content should guide people somewhere. This could be a plan your visit, this could be watch the latest Sunday message, or even join a small group. So make the next step something that's super simple and then super obvious. Because at the end of the day, a church's social media isn't just about posting content, it's about actually helping people take the next step towards community and ultimately towards Christ. So fixing these 10 small things can make a massive difference on your social media. If this was helpful, send it to somebody on your team who helps run your church's social media accounts. We would absolutely love to know which of these 10 problems do you guys see the most. Feel free to drop those in the comments, and if you like content like this, go check out some of our other videos at Connect Ministries.